Good morning, my neighbors! Hey, fuck you! Yes! Yes! Fuck you too!
What's up, dirty dogs?
Hello?
What up, everybody? Good morning. Let's go.
Un incidente que ha pasado, especialmente en este caso, como es un incumplimiento de código.
Man, there's nobody there, no presentations, no nothing today. What's going on? It's Friday. How come no presentations?
De Los Ángeles.
Johnny G and what's his name are right there.
And you can do so online
I
at
see
their
Johnny
website.
G and the Great Panderer.
Que se puede presentar en línea en la página web de este departamento.
Morning, Rug.
Or via phone, and I will
Ruger?
state the phone number now.
Y también puede presentar esta denuncia por teléfono. Y les voy a dar el número ahora si quieren apuntar.
I didn't get no alert.
It's 888.
Which channel?
888
524
5? I didn't even get an alert.
2845.
2845.
Thank you.
I see it now. I didn't even get the alert.
Before our next speaker, I want to call on
Looks like a
Councilmember
Tesla.
Yaroslavsky
Not looks like it is.
for a special announcement.
Thank you, Council President.
Thank you. We don't care what you got to
I'm
say,
very
bitch.
honored.
Nobody
this
cares
morning
what you
to
got to say. Nobody cares who you're fucking honoring. Fuck whoever you're honoring. How about that? Whoever it is. I don't give a shit. I don't care. How about that? I don't give a fuck. Fuck whoever you're honoring. All right, so give me the fucking... Let me get the scanner up. Pursuit already canceled. Great, so it's a fucking media pursuit. Awesome. Fan-fucking-tastic. That's probably why they didn't send out alert. I don't know. Hopefully he racks. It'll be awesome. Bang! Just don't kill nobody. But himself, of course. All right. Let's see if we get anything here. Whoop, whoop, coming in hot. There's a cop right behind him, LAPD. Banks and Fulton. Let's see if they let's see if they reacquire kind of Tesla. I don't know. Doesn't look like a plaid because it have the little thing under the light. I don't know. It kind of looks kind of wide. So I don't know. Doesn't mean they can't take the emblem off, but usually people wouldn't. Doesn't make much sense. All right, so let's do this. Let's see if we can hear which division it is. Right here. Which one? It's not Foothill. I mean, it looks like Van Nuys area, but again, it doesn't mean they're the chasing one. So, could have came from another area. North Hollywood. I'm hearing something right now in North Hollywood. So, there we go. Found it. All right, so North Hollywood's the chasing agency. So, must have started there, I'm guessing, somewhere in North Hollywood. We got a runner. He just got out. God damn it. So get ready for the foot pursuit. That's it. Hold the frequency, ma'am. Don't say anything. We need it clear so I could talk to the guys on the ground. Great. He's underneath the freeway, the 170 right there. And he's not coming out. That's our new MO, ladies and gents. You can't get to downtown. You can't get to LAX. Just get to an underpass. Get out and run. And let me guess, they're homies right here in the white car?
Make sure you stretch out those creamy hamstrings.
Look at this guy run.
Don't run. We are your
Look at him run. He's running on his tippy toes.
Run, Force! Run, Force!
Oh, dogpile him! Get him! Dogpile him! Whoop him! Man, Homo was running on his little tippy toes. Oh my God, bro! Why even run? Why even fucking run? We know that's not your strong suit, bro. You should have stayed in that motherfucker until there was no more battery left. I mean, none. Don't show the world how you run. 'Cause that wasn't running. Now he's sliding. Now he's hurt, I'm sure of it. I'm sure he's hurt now. The Vans Adidas guy with the Tesla. He loves those. He loves those brands. Yeah, he tripped on the little curve right there, I think. Got some smokes on him. Got a pack of Marlboro Red.
Underneath the works freeway.
He's got a lighter in his smokes. He's gonna look in there and see if he ain't got a joint sitting up in there. Little bag of coke. He was stomping the ground. I don't even know if it was that. It was like his knees and feet don't work or something. They couldn't touch the hot lava ground. He was just touching it like that. Never seen nobody run like that, bro. Not a grown man, that's for sure. Yeah, I didn't even get the alert. Thank you guys for letting me know. I didn't even get the alert on my phone. The only alert I have is for that actor Timothy Busfield getting in trouble. It's the only alert I got. And that was from 5 too. Got his ID out. You're the ding dong, bro. We'll let you know, man. It's not your strong suit. Don't run no more. Unless you know you can get away. Don't run, bro. Because you can't run. It's Matt. Matt who? Who's Matt? I don't know who Matt is. Don't know who Matt is. But Matt needs to take some running lessons, whoever Matt is. Yeah, North Hollywood LAPD. That's who we're looking at. Yeah, I don't think it went too long. I mean, we've been on it for a few minutes, like 5 or 6 minutes. I'd guess 15 max total. Hi, Christy. 15, should have stayed in the car, Doreen. That was his best chance. But all I could think of is maybe the battery was dead. Maybe the charge was literally like on 1. So he figured, fuck, I'm going to get out now since I'm underneath the underpass. Maybe the helicopter won't see me. I really thought that white car was one of his homies going to pick him up. But no, that wasn't it. You have a couple plainclothes officers there too. Who knows? Maybe they were watching this dude. Maybe he's like somebody they already know. So now all of a sudden his leg hurts. That's it. What's up, Secret Squirrel? It's good to see you, bro. Bro's living in his Beamer with no plates on it, sitting there in the park and ride lot. Yeah, big old flat foot, big old sidewalk slappers were slapping the ground. See, he hit that little piece right there, I think, or one of them like that. No, I think it was that curb right there. He turned around and he hit that little curb where the trash can's down, when he was maybe looking back to see if anybody's behind him. Yeah, that's the 170 freeway. Mm-hmm. Yep. It's not Burbank. It's one above Burbank, like Victory or something. No, that's not Victory. It's between Victory and Burbank, whatever that is. So that's it. Guess that's it, ladies and gents. Got us an early morning chase, as you can see. Somewhat decent, clean day. I mean, there's a little smog there, but Could be worse. Look at old Marqueef. Look at old Marqueef. Old sleeping on the job. Let's go. Let's get it. Oop, 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 oop.
All of you heard two workers that
Hold on.
experienced. Good evening. Good morning. My name is Ramon, and I'm a senior lead organizer with Local 11. I hope
Oxnard, thank you, Daniel.
all of you heard two workers that experienced a fire at a LAX facility, a facility that gets a permit
All right,
by
everybody.
this city. And two of those workers got trapped while there was a fire happening. We have gone to LAWA 45 times, and they haven't done anything. Matter of fact, CEO of LAWA, John Ackerman, the next
LAWA?
day that there was a fire, workers
LAWA?
went to tell him about their experience, and he didn't show up. They waited 3 hours. Instead, they called the cops on them. This is not an isolated event. This is ongoing. Leaders of this city. These workers need your support. They need you to make flying food accountable. Shut down that kitchen until we have proof that it's safe for workers. Thank you. I got OSHA complaints that I'm going to give to the sergeant at arms.
Planned walkout, great. The pawns are be in the street. They need every second of schooling they can get.
I would like to call up Ken M., Elisa Valencia, Tom Holman, and Johnny G.
Tom Holman's there.
Good morning. What would you like to speak to?
Tom Holman's in the house. Tom Holman is
Buenos
here.
días. Quisiera comentar en el punto o el comentario general.
Fucking Tom Holman.
I'm here.
Ah. Who signed up as Tom Holman?
Go ahead.
I just need to know. It wasn't
I am
Gravener.
Suzanne Contreras, as the Virgin Mary of the United States of America, that live here in the New Testament Bible. That it was my children. They are the saints, and my wound has been taken from me. That in my generator out of my body, that has the power that makes. And then President Trump, I want to fill out a form that I fill out that it be put back. And my children live here and reside. They are the saints, and they are protected by the Carson Sheriff Department. They reside here in the state of California, that we live here. I want to make it stated that we live here and that we are protected because we are the angels that live here in this state with you that is in the New Testament Bible. We are alive when we live here. But it was in secrets of us that we live, but I'm going here to tell.
Speaker, your time has expired. We have to give everybody the same amount of speaking time. If you'd like to provide additional public comments, you can do so at lacouncilcomment.com.
I'm reporting this because
Understood,
we are being protected.
But for public comment periods, we have to move on to the next speaker.
Go to sleep, go to sleep, crazy lady.
Go to sleep!
Before the next speaker begins, I would like to call up
The fuck
John
was that?
Camera, Candido, Eric Anders, and Wayne Spindler.
Spindler? Come on, please let Spindler be there.
Good morning.
Johnny
What would
G.
you like to speak to?
Good morning, City Council. Public comment.
It's going to be...
1 minute, go ahead.
It's going to be tragic.
I would like to thank Councilwoman Imelda Padilla for hosting a very successful, groundbreaking ceremony yesterday. I appreciate her hospitality and well wishes to all concerned people of the Sepulveda Island area of West Van Nuys. Let's hope that the apartment dwellers, homeowners, and concerned citizens take initiative to keep this area of Van Nuys in good shape. I would also like to wish the new fire chief, Jaime Moore, a better outlook for the crisis of the recent wildfires. Let's hope that these citizens can get back on their feet and in their homes. In closing, let's shed some love and light to all of Los Angeles if we have the right attitude. Thank you.
Oh, my God.
Morning, sir.
There he is, the great
Morning.
panderer.
And what would you like to speak to?
The
There's
great
only
panderer.
one item open for public comment. That's item 4. It is a REAP item.
Item 4 in public comment, sir.
Okay, and it's specific to the property located at 3034 East Chaucer Street.
Yes,
Go ahead,
sir.
you have 1 minute for the item and 1 minute for general.
Item 4. Well, you know what? I'm going to pass on 4 because Mr. Lee's not here and I don't want to go after him because a lot of stuff has happened up in Porter Ranch and it's an embarrassment. But let's move on to public comment.
Aren't they all
I
embarrassments?
was watching the city council on Wednesday, and it was beautiful. I saw the African-American community here, and it was like so colorful and exciting. And then I wake up this morning, and the most evil man is showing the Obamas as something that was so disgraceful. And he showed himself as king. You know what? If each and every one of us don't start fighting this animal, we're going to succumb to him. He's going to take what he wants. So I'm not seeing enough.
There's the
happening
pawns
here.
that should be in school.
And that's why we need to help the young kids in our community. And this is going to go to Miss Padilla. Miss Padilla, you become an example
Did this to
a
these
lot
kids.
of young people out there. And we have 2 young ladies who have an
Dummies.
opportunity to go to Italy to play soccer. And we're going to raise the money for one of them because her family can't afford. And I hope that because you are an example, you can help us raise some of that money for her. Thank you again for the wonderful event.
Thank you. Speaker, your time has expired. Next speaker. Good morning. And what would you like to speak to?
General public comment, please.
Okay, so you have 1 minute. Go ahead.
Councilmember Hutt, this is directed to you, so please don't walk out. My name is Eric Langberg. I'm a photographer who's been documenting LA's response to ICE. I've spoken to you guys before about visual metaphor, so I'm here to talk about what I witnessed on Wednesday when thousands of students walked out of high school and marched against ICE. Councilmember Hutt, I'm your constituent. I know several of you were there, but it was exceedingly frustrating to see you sitting on the lawn of City Hall while thousands of students were in front of you asking for help with ICE. Thousands of students, and some of you sat there and listened to an Airbnb executive say that this concert series represents LA opening its doors to say, you are welcome here. Thousands of students in front of you demanding help with ICE, and you sat and listened to an Airbnb executive talk about what a welcoming city we are. Minutes after that, I took photos that have been seen 10 million times online that depict LAPD arresting someone on behalf of an ICE agent in a mask that said police, wearing a Hawaiian shirt, which is the marker of the Boogaloo Boys, a right-wing militia intent on sparking civil war. That was happening while you were at that jazz event. Please fix this.
Boogaloo Boy? Who the hell are the Boogaloo Boys?
Before the next speaker begins, I would like to call up Andrew Gravener and Alexander Chavez.
Under over 2 snorts. And
Good morning. And what would you like to speak
anything
to?
on the
Just
mic
general
like this.
comment. Okay, so you have 1 minute. Go ahead.
Counts.
So first of all, I'll talk about how some of you seem to have not commented on the fact that the current chair of LA 28 is in the Epstein files. So that's very interesting, and it seems like he may have had an interesting relationship with Jeffrey Epstein. So maybe you should all be calling for him to resign.
A
I
Democrat?
don't think all of you have done that yet. So that's very interesting. Maybe you should all pay attention to the public comment. So also, once again, we've got LAPD Chief Jim McDonnell openly stating that he's going to refuse to enforce the laws that require that prevent ICE from wearing masks while on duty, even though that is the law now,
100
or
kids
will
or
be soon probably. So he's just actively aiding and abetting ICE. Fire him. You can do that. I don't know why you're refusing.
So we're push
Before
at
the
2.
next speaker begins,
Nobody
I would like
wins.
to call up the last
or
few
loses.
names on the list: Boxer, Gordy G, Greg Bovino, Jesse G, Jim G, Mafi P, Philip Crouch, and Veronica G.
Greg Bovino's there too.
Good morning. What would you
Who
like to
signed
speak
up
to?
as Bovino
General
and
comment,
Holman?
please.
Who did that?
Go ahead. You have 1 minute.
None of the regulars are there.
Good morning, council members. My name is Alex Chavez with Sunita Jain Anti-Human Trafficking Initiative at Loyola Law School. I'm here to address Los Angeles preparations for the Olympics and the World Cup. We urge the council to enforce the city posting requirements on human trafficking awareness and for the FIFA, and call on FIFA and LA 28.
Look at the
to each
adult
invest
filming all the kids, getting them all
in public awareness
squared
efforts.
away.
We also urge the enforcement
Pawns.
of procurement standards and sweatshop ordinances, and funding for
Disgusting.
independent worker-led audits
Indoctrinating
of events related to
fucking
contracts
bitches.
that detect wage theft, recruitment fees, and unsafe conditions. We recommend
They should be
regular
deported.
interagency coordination meetings with public health officials, survivor advocates, and immigration advocates as well, so that survivors can access
Terry.
resources without fear of punishment, especially related to the
The people
recent
that
ICE raids. We also request the city council, create safeguards for separating workers from ICE and prevent ICE raids during the Olympics and the World Cup.
Yeah, buddy. Sure, little LARPing lawyer. Sure. Time to go back and start filing some more papers because we know you should be in court. You aren't because you're not a real lawyer. You're a legal assistant. I'd be willing to bet.
So
you're a
we have 1 minute
paralegal,
for item number
probably.
4, which is the REAP item.
Just like
and
all the
1 minute for general public
virologists
comment.
last
Go ahead.
year, or 2 years, 3 years back. Where did they all go? Where are all the virologists now?
Agenda in general is
Where'd
a
they go?
glaring testament of just how incompetent the sleazy council is.
Roll
A
it.
singular item on the entire agenda available for comment. There is nothing to do but remove one property on Chusser Street from REAP, which I support only if soon-to-be indicted Marquise Dawson and currently on trial criminal Kern Price do not vote. Only one item because these corrupt clowns have bankrupted the city.
Yeah, Kevin.
While 80,000 homeless epidemic rages on, especially in the black communities of the
So,
poverty
Speaker, this sounds
There's
more
the
like general. Would you
indoctrinator
like to
standing
do
in the
general
street
public
right there. The
Well,
two
no,
fat
this is
ones standing in the
tied to
street,
Okay.
making sure the kids don't go in the street
and
and
on
get
trial
hit.
price poverty.
Those are the two indoctrinating lesbians. Oh, there's 3 indoctrinating
General public
lesbians.
comment.
Sorry, I
Okay,
didn't
you
see
have
the
1
one
minute.
under the SMO in smoke.
To listen to
3
Dawson
indoctrinating
and talk
lesbians.
about Black history made me want to.
Because remember, they can't have kids
These
themselves,
corrupt
so
poverty
indoctrinate your youth.
pimp Clowns are actually put in place to suppress. Sleazy Marquise Dawson evicted the Afiba Center, the black community's 20-year-old community and cultural center, and turned it into a COVID testing site with votes of Dimwit, Nithya Raman, Bob Gaza Genocide, Bloomfield, criminal Kern Price. Yesterday, Bob Gaza Genocide, Bloomfield, and Mr. Pumpkinhead City Attorney illegally removed Mr. Herman for holding up a sign. This violated
Oh,
SB
that's why he's
1100
not here.
Brown Act Section
'Cause of the Trump sign.
7.95. The First Amendment free speech statute. The suppression of public speech is how this corrupt, criminally insane council does its
That's it.
dirt. So the public is. Thank you.
You got the
And
knee-bending
to
panderers
clarify, so the
holding up
council's
their
sign
fucking
rule is in place
disgusting.
not to discriminate against any content on a
Shut
sign,
up,
but the
fucking
reason why it's restricted
pumpkin-headed
to
fuck.
posters or signs that are 11 by 8 or roughly that amount inches is because we have multiple people who attend these meetings, and signs larger than that tend to block both the views of the members, the staff.
And he was
and
walking down the
importantly, members.
aisle wearing it on his back,
So,
ladies and
in
gentlemen,
terms
when he waved that flag. Put it on his back and he was wearing it like a cape. As he was walking up the aisle, he didn't hold it up.
For the allotted time.
I'm getting word that there's one more speaker, so we're going to
The
allow for
allotted
that
time.
additional
You
speaker.
motherfuckers had 5 people speak. Thank you. Why don't you get on your knees and
Choosing the
suck his
microphone.
cock, panderer? Why don't you lick his dick? Thank you for letting one more person speak when they had the fucking right to anyways. They're thanking you for nothing. It's their goddamn right. Thank you, Mr. Dawson. Thank you. Let me suck your dick after the concert or after the show.
If
The
you
little
have
clown
wireless
show
microphone,
here.
you can
Why don't you
speak
suck
from
his
wherever
dick?
you'd like, but can we make sure it's on?
Candido,
speak from there.
you fucking knee bender. I'm going to see you one day now, Candido, and I'm going to tell you to your face you're a fucking knee bender.
Do you want to test it just to
To
make
your
sure it's
fucking
working?
face. I'm going to get on my knees to you and just talk to you like you talk to everybody else like this in your stupid little voice, fucking pandering to everybody. Thank you, Mr. Dawson, for doing your job, what you were supposed to do, and you were paid to do. Dumb fuck. Sick and tired of you and stupid Johnny, that retard, coming down every day.
Good morning. Yes, we can hear
Fuck
you.
both
What
of
would
you.
you like to speak to?
I have a problem with
And all of you motherfuckers that knee bend to these assholes. Fuck
Necessarily.
all of you.
you got the cleanup things and they're doing over in the Skid Row area. They're getting everybody out the streets, but the gentleman about, I'm sure you already heard this because I've seen it. I've been here a lot. The
Yeah, he's a
those
commie.
buildings, is not keeping them up or anything. And the cleanup you guys are doing is making them all sneak in to all the buildings. And he's not housing anybody, so nobody's getting housed. And it's amongst other things. There's so much to say.
I missed
But
it.
I
No,
mean,
no.
I guess, is Isabel here?
Didn't see it on my side.
'Cause I guess her district.
Oh, wow, Cat. Jesus Christ,
I
Cat.
gotta go. I got to go to my
Impressive.
credit union. It's right across from her.
Cat, I don't know where he's at. I'm sad, Cat.
It just so much, Cat. I even still have to go to the court. They
You're
gave
so
me the
awesome,
receivership
Cat. Thank
because
you.
This gentleman, Leo, keeps buying properties and he doesn't. He's not keeping them up, or the management he got doesn't know how to manage. None of them ever took any kind of management classes. Lots of people are suffering. A lot of people aren't being housed. And it's causing problems, just like there's no maintenance men, there's no managers.
So, Speaker, your time has expired, and we have to give everybody the same amount
Cat,
of
thank
time.
you again so much for the huge donation. I appreciate you, Cat. I don't know where he's at. We haven't seen him in,
Thank you.
gosh,
Can you just have him wait over
8,
the other
9
side for
months.
just a minute? Thank you
Maybe,
for
you know,
coming for
somewhere
public
in there,
comment.
10 months. It's been a while. The last time we saw him,
All right,
he was
that
very
concludes public
docile.
comment for this morning's meeting. We want to thank everybody who came.
He was
to share with
very
us.
docile.
Mr. Clerk, what's before
I'll
us
say
at this
that.
time?
The last time.
The
And he was in
council may now
great shape
vote
when
on
we saw
item
him.
number 4.
Didn't
All
seem
right,
bad.
let's open the roll on this item, close the roll, tabulate the vote.
Okay, so we know that Spindler is good. He's just working. We know Herman should have been here today, but has been suspended thanks to the Trump sign. Okay. Mr. Harlan, again, thank you, Kat, for the huge donation. I'm sorry I missed that. It's great to see you. Kat, I haven't seen him since the last time, like I said, about 10 months ago. And he looked great then. He didn't look bad. I'm always thinking you two are in Barbados or something and enjoying the water and the weather. But I guess not. So we do have that. So hopefully we get to see him again and all these folks again. So, yeah, it looks like this meeting's pretty much over already. You got the school you got the kids walking out, being indoctrinated, which is a sad thing. They should be in school. Lowest test scores here, guys. See, we're holding up One Piece pirate signs. That's what we're doing. That's what we're doing in 2026. Lowest in reading, lowest in mathematics. You know, that's what the LAUSD is, and this is an LAUSD school, I'm pretty sure. So all these kids, and I came from an LAUSD school, and anybody who's honest with you, who's ever gone to an LAUSD school, will tell you that none of them are great. None of them. All of them are maybe average at best. Teachers don't care. They're pushing you through because they don't want to see you another year in their class. Get them the fuck out of here. Push them through. And look, what is there, 50, 100 kids there wasting their day? And I get it. It's Friday. They just want to go home early. Not to say we didn't walk out and do for stupid things. Not any political reasons. It was, because of what other stupid, just a everybody walk out day. Oh, we're all going to do it. Okay, let's just do it. But this shit is terrible. And then to have them have these signs and go and be pawns in the game and get nothing for their lives. No money, no nothing. At least give them money. You're using them. Give them money. That's the least you could have done, is at least handed them each $20 as they walked out for their class. Here's $20. Not that that's going to buy them anything. They can go to McDonald's and get a Big Mac meal and have $4 left over. That's what that $20 will do for them. And with that other $4, they could go and get maybe a bag of chips. I don't know. Or a Starbucks coffee to wash it all down. I don't know. So again, thank you, Kat, for the huge donation. I'm sorry I missed that. It's just sad. It's just really sad that they have to stoop that low because all the federal money to support these protests has been cut off. That spigot has been closed. So all that money is gone. So now you're not getting the adults to show up. So what do? You go to the senior citizen homes, and that's what you did. You saw all these senior citizens, 60 and up, out and about. Remember the old lady we saw in Washington? That chick was literally like dead. She was, you know what I mean? She was almost dead, rolling her down the street when she should just be watching the last bits of, Wheel of Fortune or whatever she enjoys in the privacy of her warm home in her last days of life. Instead, you rolled her out into the cold where she's not even saying anything because she doesn't have the capacity to say anything. I mean, man. So then you can only do that for so long before that becomes elder abuse. And even them, they can't just withstand the temperatures and the walking. Okay? So then what do? You have to go for the kids. And that's what you do. You indoctrinate the youth always. You start young. Because if you get the young youth, that's it. You don't have to do any more work in 20 years. You've already laid that egg. Okay? Now that egg's hatched. And then those kids will now be 20 or, 30 years old, and they'll almost start to have kids, right? They'll be having kids, and their kids will be the same way because they got taught that way. This is how I got taught. I got taught to be an idiot and go outside and yell for idiots who don't care about me and be a pawn in the game and go out and get myself shot by a federal officer while that person doesn't even care. That's what's happening. So, sad fucking deal. Sad fucking deal. But that's what we got. I don't care to really even hear these communists. All they do is lie and knee bend and cry. How woe was me this, and I'm held down, and bibbidi boo, and it's the same story. They're all DEI hires. Okay? Every last one of these folks. She is too. Don't think she's not a DEI hire. They needed one of her too. So yeah, get one of each.
And I'm looking forward to having that meeting in District 5, so thank you.
Thank you.
Okay? That's all this is. This is a circle jerk of DEI hires. That's all it is. This is all these folks are. And see, they're done anyway. So, in and out on a Friday, and in about 40 minutes, in and out on a Friday. Not bad. In and out. Get to spend their weekend. I don't care about who they're trying to, who they're leaving the memories to. I don't care because those people are just like them too. So I'd rather stare at weed. These animals have no humanity. No, they don't. Well, they can't lose. They're very sore losers of what they truly are. Because one side, like I said, loses and they just lose. The other side loses and there always seems to be riots or some sort of unrest. Always. Always, always, always. So one are sore losers, right? The other one's just take it on the chin. Say, ow, that hurt. We'll see you in the next fight. And then we train. That's it. That's the difference. How many schools walked out today? I don't know. Don't know, don't care. In the sense, I guess, hopefully I'll die off soon enough, and these retarded kids that they have won't be able to support themselves, and people like me who work 3 jobs to help pay for everybody will all be dead. Then there'll be nobody to fucking eat off of, and then you'll have your full communist line. Like I said, you're going to stand in line for a fucking 2 liter of soda. You're going to stand in line for 3 hours to get 1 roll of toilet paper so you can wipe your ass. It'll all be free, but you're going to stand in line for 3 hours for it. Everything. That's the world you're headed for. Straight Soviet Union, Russia. That's what you're headed for. And that's what these idiots want. All these low-income, low-IQ idiots. That's what they want. They're too stupid to get a career for themselves or figure out how to start a job of any kind and start their own business. That's all off the table. They need you to pay for everything for them. And they're already tired of working. So sooner or later, like I said, they'll just be sitting there waiting for their crumbs. It's already unsustainable. Of course, copious. Of course it is. And they're so stupid, they just keep thinking that it isn't. Magdalena, thank you so much, Magdalena. I appreciate you. Thank you, Mag. Thank you, Magdalena. Yeah, they're adult toddlers. It's exactly what they are. Pixel, adult babies, adult toddlers. Thank you, Mag. Thank you. And thank you again, Kat. I'm so sorry I missed that. It's great to see you as well, Kat. Yeah, it's a sad deal, man. It's a fucking sad deal. The kids are slowly just getting brainwashed even further into all this dumb shit. They just can't go to school and learn anything anymore. They got to learn about fake oppression and how to be gay and how to cut your dick off and all that other shit that doesn't matter. You're not learning any of the curriculum that was supposed to be taught by these educators. They don't know math, science, biology, no. None of that. None of it. See, and here we go. They're flying over every school. And here's another school. What is that? 20 kids? And one idiot fucking adult with a shofar in his hand? Indoctrinating some Jewish youth? Disgusting. Fucking disgusting. Fucking disgusting. It is diabolical. I mean, bro, what are we doing? What are we proving here? There's 10 kids there. What are we fucking proving? I get it, Damon. It's one day. It's only a half a day of school, Damon. What's the difference? These people need every second of schooling they can get. They abolish ICE. They don't abolish it. They abolish it. We saw it already. They couldn't figure out how to spell the word abolish. So they were busy abolishing it. That's why. That's why. Stupid. Just dumb. Just fucking dumb. And again, this isn't a religious thing or a race thing. This is an ideology of a group of many different types of people. So I need you to understand that. This isn't all white or all black or all Asian or all Latino or all gay or all straight or all Jewish or all Christian or Catholic. It's fucking everything. It's a bunch of fucking weirdo motherfuckers that are all different types. I need you to know that. You need to remember that. Write it down if you forget, so that way you don't forget. It's ridiculous, dude. This is just, it's just stupid. Look at these kids just hanging out. Look at them just dumping their food on the floor. See, that's what I'm saying. See the low-life kid? Kids are eating a fruit in a cup and he just dumps his food on the floor. Because, again, his low-life parents taught him how to do that. His low-life parent probably did it, so, all right, you do it too. There's so much you could teach these kids, but they ain't learning shit except for to be little commies. That's all they are. And here's the rest of, oh, there we go. Now these idiots are meeting up with those idiots. There you have it. Yeah, so that's what's going on. Who cares? Who cares? Let them ruin their lives. You're going to have to pay for it anyways. And if you don't, you're the bigot anyways. So shut up and pay. These poor little kids come from the impoverished home. They never tell you how poverty starts, though. They never want to talk about that. About them having too many kids they can't afford, and that's why they're poverty-stricken in that particular home. They don't want to talk about that. Let's just shut up and pay, and if you say anything else, you're just a bigot. Just shut up and give me money. Bigot. Should be a crime to be able to have a bunch of kids and not afford them. Should be. Should have to be able to afford kids to have them. No, that's what I'm saying, boxing. Yeah, you're right. That's exactly what I'm saying. They don't have to do anything, and then they come accustomed to that idea, to where everything's got to be free. Oh, I need new shoes. Well, that's got to be free. You don't give it here, then I'm gonna just steal it. And if not, you're a bigot. They don't like when you start talking the truth about that shit and calling it out. They're okay with taking your money and having you shut up about it and being real quiet about it. Shut up and just give it here. But when you start giving them lip back for taking that money, they don't like that. They don't like that. They just want the money in for you to shut up. Well, I won't be doing that, sir or ma'am. I'm going to fucking give it to you every second. If every second I got to give it to you, I'm going to give it to you. Got it? So when it has to still come out, it's still going to come out here as it comes out here from my wallet. And it ain't going to stop here until this stops here. When this stops here, then that'll stop here. Got it? Good. Johnny G, it's very tragic that I have to pay for people every day that I don't like. That's tragic, Johnny. Morning, Oscar. How are you, buddy? You don't cut welfare to your own to hurt the incoming? Yes. To hurt... Oh, I don't understand what you're saying there. You don't cut welfare to your own to hurt the incoming. Yes. So we're not trying. I mean, again, you're hurting the people that are already here. I'm thinking that was what you're saying, right? And you don't want to give it all the immigrants, which they're doing, right? Which I just told you yesterday, that the kindness of the LA City Council hearts decided to finally allow American U.S. veterans who are homeless to have housing vouchers so they cannot be homeless anymore. Out of kindness of their hearts, because only illegal immigrants and stuff got the housing vouchers and the drug addicts. But if you were a veteran, you didn't get anything. You got a fuck you in your face. So they're very kind now. They decided to do that for them and go back against their own policy, to reverse their own policy of not letting the veterans get housing vouchers. Isn't that kind of them? It's not my policy that they decided to go over Damon's dumb policy that fucked the veterans out of housing. No, no, no. It was their own policy they reversed. So there's that. That made the news. Not to mention, of course, the Mayor Bass getting caught rewriting the fire report to make it not look so bad. That too, yeah. Well, she didn't, of course, do it herself because she's an incompetent idiot who probably doesn't know how to spell very well and probably reads at a 6th grade level. But besides that, she had somebody else rewrite it, apparently, to make it a little more palatable for the general public. And that's made the news here, too. I'm pretty sure it probably hasn't made it to your guys' states because they want to keep that quiet. That Democrat news shovels that Democrat story right under quickly. Can't say we didn't tell you really quick, because we did. We just didn't keep it out there. So there's that. You can read that up. Maybe I'll fucking retweet. I'll put it on Twitter, so you guys can retweet it, or so you guys can read it for yourselves. For the one who haven't, it's a big story. Even John Cobell, the one that Daniel Gus goes on here, he did a story for 9 or 10 minutes on it. Okay. And this bitch is up for re-election. See how many fucking DEI knee benders will fucking give her the job. We'll see. Just because of who she is. Or what she is. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And any of you that had your houses burned down and vote for her again, I hope you never, and I mean ever, get a permit to redo your home. I hope the city just takes your land and puts a low-income house on there for you and has some Section 8 people living in your old house. I hope that happens for you. All the ones that got their homes burned and still vote for her. That's what I'm hoping for you guys. Cheers. Because we're at a tipping point here, ladies and gents. You already know what's happening at this point. You know what they're doing. It's out there. So now you're just being obtuse at that point. And I won't bend the knee, not ever. I'll die before that happens. I will die before the knee bending happens. Fucking kill me now. Yeah, where's Billie Eilish? She's so brave. How come she hasn't given the Tongva tribe their land back? Her $9 million home that she's got a giant fucking border wall going all the way around it so you can't come in. Why doesn't she just move back to Ireland and give that $9 million piece of property to the Tongva? She's so brave. Oh my God, she's so brave for saying it. Nobody's illegal on stolen land. I can't believe it. She said it is so brave. I can't believe it. Now I truly understand it. After seeing that shit, I truly understand it. Imelda Paldea. Oh, look, they're in front of her office. Imelda Paldea. They're in front of her field office. Look at the sign right there on the pole. Of course they are. Of course they are. Maybe even Imelda had a little, hey, why don't y'all come down and we'll give you some cookies and some lemonade. You make it on down here. David, did you watch the chase? It was a crazy... Yes, we watched it live together, Eric. You must have missed it. With us. You saw it by yourself, but we watched it. We watched her get out and dance. If that's what you're talking about. I don't really call it crazy, but I mean, the ending was crazy for her to get out and dance. Other than that, the chase sucked. Another 2026 baloney chase, just like the one today. Did you just see the one we watched today, 30 minutes ago? No, didn't see that one, David. Thanks, YouTube. Keep telling you, you don't want to miss any chases? Simple. Go to the Discord that Katie created and just sign up. You don't have to go on there, do anything else. Just sign up for it, and it will give you all the alerts all the time. There's the link tree right there. Click that link tree. It's on the link tree. Okay, I think it's like the second one down. No, it's the top one. It's the very top link. As soon as you click on that link tree, it's the very first one that says Discord server. Okay? Just click on that. It's free to join. Boom. And you'll get every alert for the rest of your life, or as long as Smoking Skin's still doing the show. Yeah. You guys are funny. Yeah, we'll be live tonight. Patrick will be live at 8 p.m. Pacific time. So adjust your time zone. False advertising? How? What's up, Miss Angelique? How are you? Oh, Darren Jones is here too. Oh, man. There's no hillbillies in California? Sure there are, man. You can go to the little towns. In fact, you'd be surprised, Destroy, how red California really is. The only blue places of California is like where I live. And obviously, I don't vote blue. So there's some red down here even where the blue's at. So all the major cities, I mean, think about it. It's no different in Illinois. I guarantee you, if I go through the smaller parts of Illinois, okay, Rockford, Illinois probably votes red. But if I go to Chicago, right, it's probably all blue as can be. Every time. Does that mean that everybody in Chicago votes blue? No. Just like me. You're stuck amongst a bunch of ding-dongs. It's good to see you, Miss A. You know what I mean? That's just the way it is. If you notice it, they have a grasp or a stranglehold on the major cities. That's where a lot of people live, the major cities. You know why? Because that's where the welfare is. Most people aren't living on welfare out in the country. They're not, because people out in the country usually have a job. They do, or they're retired. One of the two. It's one of the two. So they stay in the city, just like homeless. Like, why do they stay in the cities and not go out into the mountains so they could just live up in the mountain and not be bothered? Why? So they could beg for you and get the money, and they can have a place to get their first of the month check, their SSI or whatever the hell they get from the U.S. government that we give them. Yeah, that's what we do. Joe's live? Okay, we'll go see what Joe's up to. But yeah, that's what's going on. That's why they don't just leave, because everybody's here. All the money is here. That's why they don't go to the little towns. The little town people aren't going to give them their money. They're going to tell them, go get a fucking job like I do. I'm on my way to work right now like you should be. You know what I mean? But they're not. See, and that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I'm looking at Joe right here. I mean, what is there? Oh my God, this is ridiculous, bro. See, this is what I'm talking about. See, IRT Media is live. Shout out to Joe. He's in Portland now, not Minneapolis anymore. Nice and warm for him. And look at this. This is a kid's walkout. Now you're looking at about, I would guess, 40 people. If I had to guess really quickly, how many people am I staring at? 40 max, 30 to 40. And I don't see one fucking kid. Now, I see a lot of AARP members, okay, that have nothing to do with their lives, and just have TDS. They hate Trump so much they just have to get out and shout it out to the world, okay? Because their dog and their cats are tired of hearing it, and their neighbors tired of hearing of it. Okay? And that's all this is. This is a mental illness pep rally. That's what these are. Mental illness pep rallies. Why don't I see this dono? I see it up there. Billy, thank you so much, Billy. Why don't I see it? What's going on with the chat, man? It's like the one with Cat. I missed it earlier. Where the fuck is it? Billy, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Fuck, I'm trying to find it, Billy. I don't see it because I see you said something, but I can't see it on the screen, so I'll have to see it in the chat. Can you write it in the chat if you wrote something, buddy? Because I can't see it. I do apologize. I appreciate the dono. Yeah, it's not popping up in my chat. Just like with Cats. That's why I didn't see Cats. Come on, man. Come on, restream. What does that say? Chevelle, thank you, Chevelle. See, didn't see that one either. They're not popping up. Chevelle, thank you so much. What does that say? They're trying to relive the 60s? Yeah, exactly. These are the flower children. Ain't got nothing else to do. They're tired of the boob tube. Nothing else is good on television right now. They're tired of binge watching Netflix. This is what you got. And most of these people, again, are a lot of folks that we got to have to pay for. They need a handout here. Rent's too high. This is too high. Gas is too high. I need a handout. Well, you know, these are days you could have spent at work. Even right now, I'm sitting here with this fucking bong in my hand. It's actual work. It's producing money. I'm having to work it. It's technically work. Guys, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you for the super chat. Cheers to you. Happy Friday. Thank you so much, guys. Appreciate you.
My money don't jiggle, it folds. I like to
They're
see
unemployed, but that's my point. They're unemployed, so we're the ones having to pay for these people. Who pays for the people on unemployment? The government. Who pays that bill? Us. The government doesn't just print money and pay for them. No. They steal from us because we're the ATMs. And when they need more money, they just come back to the ATM and steal more. And then we've got to pay for these people. So you should be angered by them sitting on a corner doing nothing when they should be earning something. This is not, Rob. This is in Portland, Oregon. Or he's in Portland, Oregon. I don't know. This is probably not Portland. This might be a town over, in Stevensville, Oregon or something. So I don't know. It could be Portland. I know he's in Portland, but it could be a town right next door. So just want to put that out there. Because he was at the Portland ice facility last night while I was sorting cards. I was watching it, but nothing really going on. I mean, 25 people maximum. And remember, now they as soon as he gets there, they just declared they can't use tear gas and rubber bullets anymore. So I don't know what they're gonna come do to these people now, other than literally hit them with a nightstick and take them into custody. They've taken all their tools away from them. Because another kid was shot here in the eye. So I'm guessing we've gotten, at least 3 or 4 good lawsuits. And the lawyers are probably saying, hey guys, hey, let's, we're going to make everybody happy. Us, you, general public, everybody. We're going to not allow you guys to use this stuff. And you guys aren't going to use it. Because we have all these lawsuits in a row already. I've got to defend all this. So we don't want any more of these. So no more shooting those. So then those people will be happy too. And then it makes it seem like they've, taken control of you. So that's what it is. Everybody wins. Except for Joe. Now they come and now it gets less crazy now that Joe's here. Medicated Crazy, thank you so much. Treats for Stinks, thank you so much. We just got him a big box or a big thing, but I'll put it in the Stinks pile of money for him. He's gonna be able to jump in there like Scrooge McDuck and DuckTales, woo! Remember when they jump in the fucking coins and go swimming? In the starting of DuckTales, the cartoon. And then I remember that Family Guy, Peter did the same thing. He wanted to dive into the coins, and then he did. He's like, ow, it's like cement. And his teeth are all broken. His face is all fucked up. His arm's broken because he tried to jump into and swim into the coins. Ah, it was fucking hysterical. Gotta love Family Guy, man. It's funny. How can any American human being how can any American human being be against getting illegal people out? Well, Rob, I mean, again, some folks are self-appointed saviors, if you will, and they're holier than thou attitudes, and their entitlement is through the roof, and what they say goes, and they know what's best for everybody when it comes to a shot to take. They know what's best for everybody when it comes to abortion. They know what's best for everybody when it comes to legal immigration. But what's funny is, again, they're not the ones paying a lot of the bill. So they're good at also telling you how to spend your money, Rob. They're really good at that. Hey, you don't need your money, Rob. You just need to shut up, go to work, give me the money so I can give it to a bunch of people who don't really even give a fuck about your country. They're just here for the resources the country provides, for the most part. Are there some that come that want to be Americans and love America and don't want to go home anymore? Sure, there's some. I'd say it's a smaller minority. Because think about it. A lot of them can go right back to whatever country they came from. Zimbabwe, Ukraine, Guatemala, Mexico. Sit here, work really hard for 5-6 years, don't spend any of the money, take all the money back home, living in a 1-bedroom apartment with another person in the other bedroom, right? Saving all that money, and then they go home and they buy a house and a nice little car, and they're done. And they're retired. So, yeah. Oh, ceremony just began in Italy. All right. The Olympics has popped off. Not that I fucking watched it, but I guess the Olympics is going. Can we get a camera in that group? I think what it is, again, they're going to start walking here, so Joe follows them in the car. I would do the same. I mean, it's the smartest move. Do you want to walk fucking 3 miles or whatever? It could be that long of a walk. You're walking with a camera and all this shit. KAB, thank you for the big dono. Impressive. I appreciate you. Shout out to you and the rest of Sweden. That's one country I didn't make it. I didn't make it that far. I guess it's east. East. The furthest east I went when we went to Europe was like Austria. But I would have loved to make it to like Sweden and Denmark and Poland. All those places would have been fun to go. We just didn't go that far out. Thank you again, KBA. I'm glad you joined us. And of course, welcome. One day when I get there, I'm going to look you up. I'm going to party in Sweden. But, yeah. Well, I don't know. I don't know if I could go back, man. I don't know if I could go to Europe. I'll probably get in trouble. There's pictures of me, posters of me, like in the airport. Big old circle around it with a fucking face slashed. No. You? No. Just turn me around real quick. That's why I don't go to fucking Australia. I want to go to Australia, man, but I scared myself. Watch all those fucking border shows. And, man, they're looking through people's phones and laptops. They see one picture of you, like, smoking weed, and they're like, oh, you smoke weed, huh? Are you going to try and smoke weed when you're here? Well, what if somebody offers you weed? Well, I'm not going to smoke it. I don't believe you. You're going to have to go home. 9. That's it. They'll speak to you in German in Australia and send you home. And that's a 16-hour flight home. After 16 hours getting there, I'd really want to off myself after that. 32 hours of straight flight time, like almost. You're getting 1 hour break. Bro, lose an entire day going there and coming back. You've lost an entire day of your life just traveling. Oh, fuck me, dude. That would be my worst. Is Australia it's not so great, Oscar. It's getting worse. I mean, think about it. Dude, they had the vid camps for the people that didn't take the shots. They legitimately had vid camps. I'm not even kidding. Like, bro. So yeah, they're not so great. And dude, England, I don't know, bro. England's like, dude, they're knocking on they're giving you door knocks for tweets. You tweet something or get on Facebook, a post on Facebook that they don't like, they're legit monitoring that shit and arresting you for fucking just a mean tweet or a mean post on Facebook. No joke. Yeah, Australia sucks right now. Yeah, I'd love to go. It's a beautiful place. Everybody I've ever met, shout to Cass. Like, they're all just so nice. All the Australians I've ever met. Looks like a beautiful spot. My whole thing is a 16-hour flight. And then, like I said, I scared myself watching that show. I'd be fucking all nervous, heart pounding. Oh, fuck. Hope he doesn't ask me nothing. Just don't say nothing. Love koalas. That's the only thing I can think of. I'm telling you, Spellborn, so would I. And you can see the videos. If you think I'm lying, just go on and open up, DuckDuckGo, Google, whatever, and search, English police or, coming to the house for tweet. You can see many, many videos. It's not like just it happened to one person. They're talking. They're filming it. Yes, it's the police. Yes, we're here to talk to you about a post you've wrote. Like, that's crazy that they didn't even waste the time to come to your house, because that's how little the crime is. Other than stabbings and fights, that's about it. There's not many murders or shootings because the guns aren't legal there. Uh-oh, here comes the other kids. Here we go. Now they're already in the street. Great. I'm telling you, all it's going to take is one of these kids getting hit by a car, and I don't want it to happen. Please don't let it. But if they do, if it happens, it's these teachers' fault. It's their fucking... I'm telling you, it's all the people that have organized this shit. It's their fucking fault. See, they're already throwing their garbage in the street. I know you saw the balled up trash being thrown in the street. That's what I'm saying. Just kids that are taught not to care. So that's it. And it's no different than when you saw Joe at the border and you saw people literally walk around the border fence, and now they're in line to come into our country. And then you saw the Border Patrol ready to pick them up like Uber drivers with guns, right? Just told them, hey, you need to do a few things. They'd all sit there and change baby diapers and throw the garbage. And then they'd all get up out of this line, get into vans and go. And then you'd see this line of garbage, all kinds of water bottles, everything just left. Just minutes after being here in our country. And yet, then Joe would pan over 20 feet to a dumpster that was clearly open. Not one of them walked over to the dumpster to throw their garbage away. They all just left it on the floor. Then you have your kids come, and then they just throw the shit too. Then that wherever they came from now looks like our country, wherever they came from. And see, now they've taken the street over. How do I drive down the street? What if I'm an ambulance and I need to get by? Are they going to let me by? Do I have to divert now? All for what? All for what? What are you really getting out of this today, other than losing education, which we're paying for anyways? You just screwed us out of a hard day's work that we had to pay for your schooling, to pay for those so-called educators that are indoctrinators. Disgusting. Disgusting. Yeah, I don't know what school this is. Maybe we'll get a glimpse of a sign or something, but yeah. And here's your indoctrinator. Look at them clapping them on. You know. See? There's your indoctrinator right here. This man, I feel, should be arrested. Him and her, the angry lesbian and the angry gay guy. Just indoctrinating everybody up out here. When none of them would give a fuck about any of this if you didn't tell them to go. They'd all be in school, just getting a little bit more smart. But that ain't happening. Toulouse, France is beautiful. I went to Paris. It was nothing special. It's pretty ghetto in a little spot, in quite a few spots. You'd be surprised. And in fact, I'd venture to say there's more graffiti on the freeways in France. Okay, especially in Paris, coming in like from Charles de Gaulle Airport. Okay, than there is in L.A. They bomb harder in France than they do in L.A. I'm gonna let you know that. Same thing in Germany. The skyscrapers, they have abandoned 20-story buildings they're busting the windows out of and then bombing the outside. And I saw that in 2017, not highlighted now with the graffiti towers that all just went viral, so everybody ran down there and bombed it. No. It was already that way. 9 years ago. So yeah, East Berlin, they bomb hard in East Berlin. You'd be surprised, dude. Same thing in Munich. There's a lot of graffiti yards in Munich, Germany. Like, they love the graffiti out there. They fucking love it, dude. See, now Joe's going to go follow him in the car, which is smart, right? Instead of you trying to follow them, next thing you know, you're 2 miles away, and your car's already 2 miles back. Instead, you just get in this caravan and you follow them. Right? You're essentially the helicopter on the ground. Joe, it's going to sit there forever unused. I think it's already been almost 10 years untouched where nothing's happened. Something like $500 million in back loans on that property for, or not loans, but what do you call it? Liens. People that put the glass in that got bombed already, people that put the electrical in, they hadn't gotten paid. So the dude dipped off to China. Dude lives in China, so you can't extradite him. You can't do anything to him. China's not going to cooperate with anything you do. So now it's just a dead lot, right? That has some security on it, not going anywhere. It's not going down. It's not going up. It's just stayed stagnant. Now nobody will buy it because it's not worth the 5 or 6 billion that was spent on the property. It's not worth nearly that. And the city can't just snatch it by eminent domain, which they wanted to do. Because even if they did do that, they couldn't afford to rebuild it to make it into a shelter or to sell it to anybody else, because then they'd take a loss. So it's really at a catch-22. The only way that this thing is getting finished, I guess, is having the developer sell it to somebody and allowing them to finish the project. That's all I can think of. Otherwise, it's going to sit there for fucking the next 50 years, my whole lifetime. It'll be like that. And nobody would have said anything about it had the Grammys not been right across the street at the Staples Center or the Crypto.com arena. All that media from all those countries waiting for, Jay-Z to come out of the next car or whatever. They had nothing to do. They look behind them. They see these graffiti towers. One starts taking pictures and doing a story. Then the next one, then the next one. Next thing you know, it went fucking viral around the world. They couldn't not address it here. And they wasted $2 million of our money for LAPD to have security there. And they wanted to give the bill to the guy. Like, he's going to pay you. That's hysterical. He'd probably say, "Yeah, bro, I'll pay you. Just put it on my tab." Oh, fucking schmucks. Wasted our money for that. That's a big ass Domino's. Got a whole store with 10-car parking and shit. Ain't no Domino's here got no 10-car parking. Got its own store. Or like in the strip malls and shit. Here, can't afford no fucking place like that here. That's $20K a month in fucking SoCal. What's up, Pete? Pete, I was just talking about you guys over there. Hopefully all is well. Just saying I was going to get arrested if I ever go back for all the mean tweets. And how people are getting door knocks by the government for mean tweets out there. I have no plans for fig visits. I think I'll make it. What's up, Jake? Go against common sense for virtue or virtue signaling. Well, you got to remember that's all they have. They don't know which way to go. These folks are confused. They're so confused that they literally marched down the wrong way and coming back? Is that what we're doing? I think so. I think we went down one street and now we're coming back. Because that's how confused we are. See what I mean? Confusion. Everybody talks about common sense. Common sense isn't so common. You know, we take it for granted thinking, okay, well, it's just so common. Everybody's got it. It's common, right? Well, it's not common. Am I watching the Super Bowl? Probably not. Probably not. Because my teams aren't in it. I could give a fuck less, and what they've decided to do with the halftime show pretty much tells me you're doing this right here. So how do I thwart this? Simple. Just turn it off. Don't watch. They get paid by all of us watching. That's it. So don't watch. I'm all right with it. Those aren't my teams. It's only one game. I'll figure out who won on ESPN. They'll tell me. My phone will tell me who won. And like I said, hopefully Cooper Kupp is the MVP. That's all I can hope. Regardless of what happens, hopefully Cooper Kupp is MVP. And I would pretty much assume that the Seahawks would have to win for that to happen, of course. And yeah, see, we were going one way and now we're going back the other because, again, we went the wrong way because we're confused. And this is what happens when you follow the lead of somebody who's not very bright. And here's the angry lesbian in her high-vis vest right there, the indoctrinator who, when they said make a right, they made a left or something, or they made a right when they should have made a left because she couldn't tell her right from her left, so she had to stare at her hands, kind of like Nithya Raman. And here's the other idiots. It's funny how they all look the same. They all look the same. None of them look straight to me. It's funny that way, though. It really is. Not one of them. It's really weird. It's odd that way. Look, she's trying to block. Is she really trying to block his camera? She sure is. She sure the fuck is trying to block. Hold on, I need to. This bitch is trying to block his camera. Okay, this is just a peaceful march, isn't it? Isn't that what's going on here? Isn't that what's going on? Just peaceful? What do we need to block anything for? Now she's put. Man, I'm telling you, I'm going to put his audio up right now. Just give me a sec. I'm trying to get to it fast. Okay, this is another retarded, angry lesbian. You know, a lot of them aren't very bright. Okay.
Are you a pastor?
Oh, yeah.
And he's a pastor. You see? This is what the pastor does. Okay? This is somebody of religion, a man of God, if you will. How would God look upon that? Why are you shaking? Why are you shaking?
What kind of journalist are you?
Covering all the protests around the nation.
All around the nation?
Yep.
I see you're from California, yeah?
It's got in from Minneapolis.
Yeah, do you know the name of the school district you're filming right now?
Yeah, this is for locals.
This is for locals. Stop it. Only the locals get it.
Up to adults like you.
Only us. Only stop it.
What am I doing now?
See what happens when you don't bend the knee? You see? You see what happens when you don't bend the knee? It's almost like it's a cult. It's almost like it's a rainbow gang.
Yeah, and you're violating. You're blocking me.
We're just trying to keep things peaceful and calm.
No, you're not.
Yes, we are.
You're the agitator here.
That's
I'm
it.
calm,
That's it.
You're also recording minors, which I take a personal issue.
They're out in the street, ma'am. And I guess you don't know anything about the Constitution. You don't know anything about the rights of people being able to film out in the street. You don't know anything about. All you know about is licking cunt. That's all you know about is licking cunt. And you have a fucking goddamn shank on your lip. You dirty bitch. What dirty cunt were you licking? You have a goddamn fucking shank on your lip. You dirty, disgusting lesbian, you.
It's public information.
Why don't you get some ointment for that dirty lip of yours? Fuck is wrong with you? Disgusting, indoctrinating lesbian. Don't you fix that disgusting herpes on your lip? That's what you should be worrying about. And your unchecked aggression. Disgusting.
Hey, you guys be safe out here. Don't listen to the crazy teachers.
That's it. Those aren't teachers, though, Joe. You know that. Those are indoctrinators, not educators. There's no such thing as teachers anymore. These are all the same communists that are teaching your kids. So you see this shit, you should be taking your kids out of school. Get them tutored, homeschooled.
This is the whole reason I told you guys I didn't want to.
Maybe private schooling if you can afford that. Most people can't.
There were many protests.
You see?
I hate recording minors myself, but
that's how I really feel, Bo.
Stuff like this happens. This is an exception to everything.
I tell it how I see it.
To see what's going on.
It's just so funny how those folks don't look. They don't look straight to me, do they?
In the school districts and so forth.
But man doesn't look straight. Neither of them did.
At school, I would have no.
They love kids. They don't like you taking pictures of them and the kids, but they love being around your kids. They love telling your kids what's best for them.
I'm not in the wrong.
They don't even have any kids themselves. It's funny.
I folded. I don't got.
It's really funny that way.
Was coming around here. Its point is to argue. You're never gonna make them understand.
Yeah, a bunch of clowns. That's it, Garrett.
Always complain about, you're not allowed to exercise your First Amendment right, or are the first one to violate somebody else's First Amendment right.
All right, let's get one more ball in here.
All right, when I come up here and stand from far away.
It's the first time you've seen him hassled?
Well,
he used to get he used to get hassled all the time when he was with the other guys that he was with. They'd hassle him all the time, and I'd be willing to bet. Says somebody recognized him from his older days. And now he really just films stuff. And even then, he wasn't very controversial. He would be just like he is now. He'd be just quietly filming. And if you asked him something, he'd address it. That's it. Now he just doesn't really say anything to them. He just wants to be quiet and film, which is probably the best case scenario. And again, that's all they can do. They won't do anything else to him because he's way too big. Like I tell you, he's the size of a bear. They don't want to get fucking ragdolled. So that's all they can do is put the hand in the face or stand in his way. That's it. They know best to do anything else. They're not going to do anything else. That's for sure. He's too big of a dude. Yeah, he's a big boy. So you don't, unless you want to get your ass ragdolled, you ain't going to do nothing. Okay, that's just that. So he's got to outsmart them, and he does. And this is the way to do it. He'll catch back up to the folks. And then when they stop and he gets out, the same thing will happen. What's up, Betty? Same thing will happen. Yeah. Damon, bet you can't say that in your best Indian accent. I can say it in all accents. Damon Jeet. Thank you again, Eddie. Let me fill this up. Let me get this going. Yes, Damon Jeet is right too. Doesn't matter where you will be thinking, because I'm telling you, even in India, you don't see this happening. They don't care about it in India. Or in Pakistan. Doesn't matter, right next door. It doesn't matter. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get into it. Without any further ado, it's time for
Round 2.
This is bullshit. It's like Cypress Hill concert in here.
Smoke.
Got a few more drops in yesterday. Like another 33 or something like that. So I did my best. Had to list a bunch of cards too to keep that going. School pizza was the best, worst pizza ever. Yeah, I never really liked the pizza. Had little pieces of like the sausage in there. It was gross. Our pizza sucked. So, I think honestly, if I had to say what my favorite meal was, were the microwavable green chili burritos. not even gonna lie. Like the burrito day with the green chili burrito that straight came in a hot plastic bag, which I'm sure had melted particles into my burrito evenly for me. Melted plastics. It tasted great. So I enjoyed that burrito. That was my favorite. Tintas? What's tintas? I don't know what that is. Well, Dana, they have that now in where Pete's at. I mean, you can't go anywhere in London. I mean, every motherfucking inch of every street has a camera on it. Look, there's cameras. Look, all on top of there. See the flock cameras on the top of those up there, the traffic cams? One of them's a flock camera for sure. Reading every plate of every car coming by. And not only that, time stamping the dates so they could see, okay, well, she comes every day this time between 11:40 and 11:45. Because this is your route to work or to school or drop your kids off. So if they needed to find you, it'd be quite easy. Just at 11:40, we'd just wait right here. And you'd be right there. So yeah. We didn't have the breakfast burritos. It was just that one burrito. That was it. They only had that one. I think they had a cheese one too. If you didn't want that one, it was either green chili or cheese, which was really just a bean burrito with a little green chili. And when I mean green chili, obviously it's not hot because it's for kids, but you know, just a little spice to it. Well, of course, Oscar. Well, because again, those the people allow the... Well, look, the politicians allow the law enforcement groups to use those cameras and vice versa, and and then they sell the data too, and it's just a win-win for all of them. It's an observation tool. It's a gold mining tool. A surveillance tool. All kinds of tools. Speaking of tools... And there's the tool. Notice the tools in front with their high-vis vests. Herding the sheep. They're the sheep herders. That's all this is. They're herding the sheep. Sad as fuck. Because these have to be school teachers, right? So you're getting paid to walk out? Is that what you're telling me? That the citizens of Portland, Oregon are paying for you to teach the kids, but instead you're taking them out into traffic where they could possibly get run over? All on school time. Because it's clearly school time right now. It's 11:45 there, just like it's 11:45 here, or 11:44. Okay? So they're using taxpayer money to get paid, which to me is fraud. That's fraud if you're getting paid to do your job and you're clearly not doing it on tape. Someone should be filming this and sending this to Oregon, to the leaders of Oregon, to the head of the school board, and ask them why. Why are these teachers on school time being paid any money to be out here to put kids in harm's way? Because if they're standing in the middle of an open street that I could clearly take my car and run down 1,000 of them if I wanted to, which I wouldn't, and I don't suggest anybody do, but clearly, standing in the street is not a safe thing. Call me a Karen, call me what you want. I don't want my kids standing in the street at any time, especially when it's a big target of a whole bunch of them. It's one thing because your ball went into the street, so you're running to retrieve the ball. It's a whole nother when there's 200 kids that you could just steamroll, and you're purposefully putting them in the street. Okay, I didn't see any of these people say, hey, let's get them on the sidewalks. No. And if you notice, 2 cars have already had to divert their travel path to get around, right? Let's see, we got 2 cars coming right at them. One's got no plate on it. How do I even identify this Infinity if it runs them over? Dang, we got the old Honda beating out the miles. Pop-up headlights still working. Yet they're not on, but they're up. Okay. See, now that car had to go out a different travel path, and so this one, I'm assuming, or it's going to have to pull over and hope that it doesn't get a swastika scratched into it. You know, by some angry idiot Democrat loser. Uh-oh, is that a Browns fan? Is that Todd rolling around in his big-ass truck in Portland with his Browns fucking plate? Sad, bro. I'd be pissed as fuck if I found out this is what's happening and I'm paying for this shit. I hope every one of these kids, every one of these teachers get fired. Every one of them. Every last one of them. And if these aren't teachers of this school, that should be even more concerning. That you have indoctrinating adults meeting them right at the school grounds, telling them, I'll be right out here waiting for you. And then they do leave, and then you just take them along for your little Democrat ride. Wow, that would make me even more angry. So I don't know which one I'd be more angry at. I guess the latter. Yeah, it's pure indoctrination, Tom. It's nothing else. As I said, if this is a teacher on his 10 speed, he should be arrested. At the bare minimum, be fired from his job for wasting the money that he's being paid to teach whatever he's being paid to teach. I don't care if it's PE. Okay? He's not being paid to take the kids out of school and bring them into the streets. That's what he's not paid to do. Nor are any of these folks. So they should all be fired. Hopefully they are. Hopefully their faces are put all over the internet and they're literally ran through the mud every day by every parent who didn't agree with this, who didn't sign their kids up for this. See, all these people that are just making U-turns now, they're like, fuck, I needed to go there. And then you'll find one that's angry. You'll see. Well, it's technically not kidnapping because they're not going against their will. They didn't say, oh, I'm staying here and I'm dragging them off. Because these kids are so low IQ, they're willing to believe and go along with any of these dummies' thoughts and wishes. So whenever they say jump, they're willing to jump. Why do these folks do that? Why do these kids do it? Don't know. They're just brainwashed. That's just it. Who knows why they trust these people so much? Hey, why don't you just pull over on the side of the road and just let us all go by? I mean, I know that I know that. Oh my God. Yes. Now I got to go over the curb to get around you, idiots. Yeah, you stay in the street. Fuck them. Stay in the street. Fuck them. You pay to drive in that fucking street. And you see, how is that not dangerous? You have a car now that's driving into the crowd. Might be slow, but that's still dangerous. They can get scared. Someone could kick the car because they don't like that they're driving in the fucking lane of travel. And then they fucking get scared and hit the gas and hit somebody. Yeah, the commie bike patrol, exactly. Bunch of unfuckable motherfuckers. And the high majority are one way. Great, now we got cars really coming at a fast pace here. Let's hope nobody gets hurt here. Of course, we're not going to stay on the sidewalk. Just going to block the entire street. Morons. Morons on parade. These are all the people we'll see at the city council in about 10 years. They didn't get enough. They need the minimum wage to go up at Burger King. It's what these are all these same folks. And you wonder why they're at City Hall begging for change. Because they're busy doing this stupid shit that gets them nowhere, being the pawn for somebody who doesn't give a fuck about them. Honk if you what? Honk if you're against ICE. Where's Billie Eilish? Yeah, where's she at? Well, I need to. Alright, sorry, I had to adjust it. And here comes here's the gay guy running interference on the far left. There he is. You see him? Far left, black hoodie. He's looking for Joe. He's like, where is he at? I know he's over here somewhere. Where is he at?
How many kids do I think? Shoot.
500?
Anywhere between 150, 250.
Oh, you think that little? Okay. I was guessing way more. He's looking for him too. He's like, dang, I don't see him. I know he's supposed to be here. Where is he? Damn it, I know he's here. Where is he? Little fucking map. Checking out all the little kids, you fucking map. Oh, you fucking maps are disgusting. That's what I'm saying, Orange. See, you're right here with me. That's exactly what he's doing. He's looking for Joe. And Joe's unmissable. Like I said, he's as big as a fucking bear. Tall and wide. So you ain't gonna miss him.
Let's go.
He's gonna stick out in the crowd.
Down this one, man.
And he's looking for him right now. He's got his gaydar on.
Look at the kids on top of their vehicle.
Yeah, that's great. That's awesome. So the car has to brake hard. The kid falls off, and bang! Next thing you know, he's got a closed head injury. Here's some more of them right here. Look. This is smart.
Fall off those vehicles right now.
Yeah. So I'm saying, I'll blame it every one of those high-vis vest idiots if one of these kids falls out of one of those cars. Now you got the long caravan of cars. surprised you don't marching them right down the middle of the street. Why even have them on the sidewalk, right? Fucking idiots. Yeah, he's just paralleling them, Carl. Because like I said, it's too far to walk. They've already walked like fucking 10, 15 blocks. His car would have been so far back. You know what I mean? Then you got to go back to your car. These folks, who knows? They're just like they take the bus home or whatever. He's got to think about things like that. So I think this is the best case scenario. Yeah, dude, horns up, dude. Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude, solidarity, dude. Solidarity, dude. Yeah, that's more than 150, 200 kids. That's more than that. I'm going to say it's 500 kids. 300 to 500, somewhere in that number. That's right. Hey, teacher, leave them kids alone. All in all, we're just another brick in the wall. That's all they are. They're another brick in the wall. That's it. That's what these kids are. Just another brick in the wall.
Douglas, David Douglas High School here in Portland,
David
Oregon.
Douglas.
Here comes the kids on top of their car again.
Look at them. Hanging out the sunroof. Wow. Clunes. Clune.
So they're chanting "Ice out now."
Sorry guys, hold on, I'm just redoing the title. Alright. Sorry about that. Alright. No, not here. He's supposed to be here, ML, where I'm at in California. I don't think he's in Oregon. Trust me, whatever he found in Minneapolis is like a thumb. What is that?
Who's responsible for the injuries?
Not a thumbnail, but like
the school. They're supposed to be in school right now.
A thimble size of fraud compared to what's going on here. We have literal dumpster size fraud here, while he found thimbles of fraud there. They found what, 8 billion fraud? It's probably 100 billion or more here. I'd bet 100 billion with a B. At least in just the last few years. I bet you we went back 25 years, you'd see $1 trillion or a couple trillion in fraud. I'd be willing to bet. There's so much money to steal here. Remember, you have the 4th largest economy in the entire world on the planet. Okay? You're going to have a lot of fraud. Or, oh, I'm sorry, fruad. As the LA City Council spells it, fruad, because it's not fraud.
Let's go up here into the business up here.
I don't know, Sam. I honestly, you know, Sam, hold on a second. I have a theory on that.
Work up here in the market.
I had a theory yesterday. I was explaining to folks that I honestly feel that those boosters and vaxes were a slow release, slow time release. It's not something that was just quick and easy. And if you couldn't, you know, handle it, you know, if your lungs couldn't handle it, you were already on that tipping scale. It pushed you over the scale. But now with these folks, I almost think it was like a long time kind of slow release. And now like their brains are mashed. Like they're mashed. Leering Center. Remember, how dare you call it fraud? The Leering Center's already gone. I need you to know that. Trucks rolled up 2 days later, moved everything, and now if you go there, it doesn't even say Leering Center. They painted over the whole thing. So it just looks like a normal brick wall now. Just a nice gray, cleanly painted brick wall. Leering Center is gone because it was so legit. I need you to know that. So legit, it's gone already. So I can tell you that here, like I said, if Nick Shirley spent time here, it would take him forever to uncover all the fraud that's going on. You're not spending no 2 weeks here. It's going to be months here. Finding new things every day. Me too, Doreen. Me too. So. Gas was shipped to Somalia. Yeah, to fucking Al-Shabaab. We funded terrorist organizations with our own money. Yeah, just like we funded all those protests, the George Floyd shit, all that. We paid for all that. We paid for them to burn our own places. We paid for that. Where will they leer now? Hopefully they'll be leering in Somalia. Hopefully all of them will be taken back to Somalia and stay there forever and ever and ever. Okay? And all that money that was getting leered can then go to the homeless veterans and the American veterans and the elderly folks that should have enough money to be able to retire and